they don't see humanity in us.
So we were talking about this before we came on. We were talking about the book that I just finished reading, Elephants in the Sky, right?
Yeah.
Elephants in the Sky. Sibo, I think his name is Sibo Williams, is the author of
Elephant. Wait, can you look up elephants?
It's called Sky Full of Elephants.
Sky Full of Elephants. Yeah, I heard about this like two
Sky Full of Elephants. I just finished this book. It is amazing. A cataclysmic event happens where, for some reason in America, every white person gets up and they just stop what they're doing and walk to the nearest body of water and just drown themselves. All right, so America is now just
what body of water is this?
Any lake.
Because I live by the Hudson.
Yeah, they'll just go find a lake, a river, and they just walk in and they drown. Right? Yeah, Sky Full of Sibo Campbell. Okay.
Wow.
So. Our protagonist, who the story follows, is a guy who gets out of... He was in prison when the event happened. He watched all the guards and everybody get up and leave. They didn't know what the hell happened. Nobody let them out their cells. One day, black people showed up with bolt cutters and just started cutting locks and freeing everybody, and they find out about this event. And this new world, this new America that is all black people, especially in the populated cities like Atlanta, Detroit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the other middle America is just kind of like uncharted territory now. You know what I mean? Okay. And he finds out he has a white daughter. Well, she's half white. Okay. She was not affected by the event. So she's like in middle white America by herself, like, Dad, I need help. Like, my whole family's gone. You know what I mean? Like, you've never been in my life. I need help now. And it comes out to help her. So they're navigating through America, and you basically get to see what America is like rebuilding with nothing but black people and no white people. And what they end up discovering when they make it to Alabama, because Alabama is a city that Alabama's a state no one goes to. It's a no-fly zone. Okay. Because Alabama has a king. And they don't know this king. They don't know what's going on. But a king rose to power in Alabama, so major cities, they're like, we're not flying down there. Right, because they definitely feel. So when they travel to Alabama and they end up meeting this king, they find out he's not like an evil warlord. He's actually very Afrocentric, and he kind of teaches them, like, hey, guys, so here's the deal.
He's a black
slavery,
king?
Yeah, he's black. But he's letting them know slavery is not where our history begins. You have to understand there's 25,000 years of history and education that existed from Africa, where we were already in touch. He was explaining Pythagorean and them came to Africa to learn
Damn right they did.
Everybody came to learn about what we learned about. So he was saying, like, there's understanding of vibrations and power. You don't understand. There is a sky full of elephants as far as the power that we command out here. And he shows them this machine that he had made. The machine actually pulls from the feelings and emotions of black people. And apparently there was so much pain and suffering from black people in Alabama, it was enough to fire off. And that energy is what made, when it went into white people, they all killed themselves. Feeling any of that pain that was in Alabama, when he shot it up into the sky, it rained down on white people, and white people killed themselves. Because they felt what black people felt in Alabama alone.
They couldn't even handle it.
Right.
In just one state.
But that's also the thing that they were trying to put out there was you cannot walk a foot in Alabama without stepping on blood. Like the soil in Alabama, the history that is untold in Alabama is so bloody. Like it's really, really bad. You know what I mean? And so this was their thing now. Do we keep going with this machine? Do we keep launching it onto the rest of the world, and where else do we find the power? And that's when he's like, there's power everywhere. Like, there's so much black feeling and struggle and emotion everywhere on this planet that you can use this weapon, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's a good book, man. It's a good book. And it's got
I want to see a movie.
It's a good fatherhood story, you know what I mean?
Because my friend was screaming, I said, you have to read this book.
And I think it's relatively new. If I'm not mistaken, this book came out in September of 2024.
Sky and Elephant?
Sky full of elephants. Sibo.
You guys have Sky and the Elephant? She gonna be in Barcelona, but now fuck that. Fuck out of here. I want the Sky and the Elephant. Where's the elephant? Flying elephants. That's not Dumbo, is it?
Skyla.
She like this. I need the skydiving elephant. Anybody got the skydiving elephants?
You'll enjoy this.
You just wanted to read about your motherfuckers drowning yourself. Listen, I need a book about you motherfuckers drowning yourself.
Yeah.
When I tell you this man has written a book, Has any of you read Sky Full of Elephants? Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm gonna set this up and then I'm gonna ask him questions. If you haven't read it and you do not want the story to be spoiled for you, this might not be a good place to be. Okay. The premise of this book is really, I think, the genius of this book. The premise of this book is that one day, suddenly, for some unknown reason, which we get to later in the book, all the white people just walk into the water and drown themselves. That's the premise of the book. All the white people in America.
I wish y'all could have seen their faces.
That's the premise of the book. The premise of the book is that all the white folks are gone now. And so it's like, black people, what shall you do? What shall you be? What shall become of you? And I have to tell you, when I read hand me the book out of my bag there, DJ. It's on the first page. Thank you. And I have this book marked up, right? They kill themselves, all of them, all at once. You could feel their absence in everything, on the subway, in the streets, in all the places the wild reclaimed, where sunflowers grew through office buildings, etc., etc. They killed themselves. One morning, every white person in America walked into the nearest body of water and drowned. After that, I said, who the hell wrote some shit like, I said,
that's all we were looking for. A sense of self in the space in this world to become it. The echoes of our longing was the closest thing anyone ever got to a warning. And then it happened. Like a light turned off on a nightmare. They killed themselves. All of them. All at once. Gone was the gaze overnight. Gone was the appraiser of all the minutes ticking inside a body. Gone. Questions were all that remained. Who really were we before? And now, who are we prepared to become? Sky Full of Elephants, a novel by Sibo Campbell.
I want to read this now. Everybody been talking about this book. A sea full of... People say, why are you so interested in this book? Because, I mean, come on. It's the obvious. It's a black man's fantasy. No, but it is pretty interesting, like, the concept. Not because a bunch of white folks kill themselves. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That's part of the curiosity of the book. That's part of the curiosity of the book. But if this book, I'm hearing mixed reviews. I'm hearing it's controversial. I'm hearing mixed reviews about it. A Sky Full of Elephants. I haven't read it yet. I might listen to it tonight. I think it might be on audiobook too. Let me see if it's on Audible. So I'd like to check this out. Has anybody read or listened to this controversial? I think it came out like 3 months ago. It's called Sky Full of Elephants. Like, they're already talking about putting this book into a movie. It's written by that young brother right there that was dressed kind of weird. That's the author of it. But the white people just all of a sudden one day woke up in America and just went to the nearest body of water and jumped in and then come back out. And now this is society, like how to build with them not being around. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious to see how the book is. Not just because it's a bunch of, white folks that jump in the lake. Although I've told so many white people in my life to go jump in the lake. Did you go jump in the damn lake? I didn't start it. Shit, they always started with me. Just telling you, go jump in the lake. So I've always said that. And now it's a book that's all actually describing what I've always fantasized. No, I shouldn't say that. I love white folks. But go ahead and subscribe to it. Have y'all read this book, A Sky Full of Elephants? The book is very controversial, man. People talking about it. What y'all think, man? Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel.
June 14th to 22nd for her. And early one was June 14th to the 22nd. Okay. But those are different locations, so it's not necessarily the same fight for And then, everything starts being racially voted. You can decide up to 5 people. You're not supposed to explain the, like, Groupon? Hell no.
All right.
Doesn't make sense to say. So, whenever we go around, we try to tell people about, like ranking first. So, you can pick up to 5 people, right? So you tell folks, I want you to rank Michael Blake as your first choice. If for some reason I'm not your first choice, I want to be your second choice. Okay. For some reason my second choice will be your third choice, et cetera, et cetera. The reason why that matters.
Old school got this caddy, nigga. I want this caddy, dog. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I want me a clean ass old school caddy. You see homeboy, y'all can't see him. He gonna be pulling up. He in this old school. I'm trying to slow down so y'all can see old. Y'all probably can't see him. He flipping this caddy, nigga. This nigga's laid in this motherfucker. Look at him. Look at old school passing by. He in that old. Oh, y'all can't see him. I'm finna put. Oh, he in front of me now. So I'm gonna go in so y'all can see him. I'm gonna flip the old school flipping that caddy, boy. That's why I want me an old school like this, baby. All original. You ain't gotta do nothing to it. Leave it just like that. Old school. That's old. He got that flat. He got that hat tilt to the side. It's old school. It's an old school player right here. I bet he got a 38 in the glove compartment. I bet he do. No, he probably got a 45, an old school 45, one of them Pam Pams. With that pearl pistol grip. I bet he got that in that damn glove compartment. That's what I want me, boy. Old school. That nigga pop. That nigga got that 38. I bet he'll pop your ass so cool, he'll pop you with a cigarette in his mouth. A Cool's 100 hanging right out his lip and keep on pushing. Shoot. Old school right there, boy. Who cares, dude? Like, shit. Like, fuck it. That's how I feel about it. I appreciate Pat helping my brother out, though. Pat's a good woman. She's oh shit.